extremely disappointing. Obviously we haven't been finishing games, and again, you're up 3 with 5:40 to go. We get a stop, and then we turn the ball over. And I thought that's really what it came down to in this game was turnovers and keeping them off the glass. Really struggled guard him in the first half. The second half, you hold him at 36% from the field, but we got crushed on the offensive glass. And I thought Ryan Rooms really hurt us in that regard. And then, like I said, up 3, 5:40 to go, and then I thought we just turned the ball over like crazy. And a lot of it I thought was unforced. I thought we tried to play too fast.
It's a kind of a general question here, Jim. You said that 1 month back you guys were 15 and 7. That was 1 month even after Jeremiah got hurt. And y'all are back at 500 now. What has changed?
We're not defending at the same level we were. That's what I see, and not finishing plays. I also think that people have had time to now see us and scout us, and our depth at the guard spot. I think that's hurt us a little bit. Eric James was coming off the bench to replace Jeremiah. Now Eric James is starting. The next guys up have been really young, and it's been putting a lot of pressure on Micah and DC, and guys have really guarded them.
Mike and Coulter, they joined the league company here with 2 guys over 500. Is it difficult for you to watch those 2 guys go through a senior season like this?
Yeah, it's disappointing. I love those guys. I love this team. I mean, these guys, they practice every day. They come out great enthusiasm. They play hard. They compete. It's disappointing. The goal for these guys, and it's still the goal, was to leave here as winners. Obviously it got a little bit more difficult when Jeremiah got hurt, and he was part of the equation of those 3. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing for everybody. For Mike and DC certainly because of what they mean to this program, but for everybody involved. Everybody's really committed and worked really hard this year. And for us to hit a stretch that we hit, it's disappointing. It really is. And it's a little bit frustrating because it's been a little different each game. It's not something you just put your finger on and say, all right, fix that, and we're done. And I think that's the definition of frustration is you really can't grasp the whole thing.
This was the 6th time in the past 8 games on losses here where you guys have given up, I think, at least 10 offensive rebounds. Has there been any kind of a commonality there? And I guess tonight, what was it, the line formation?
Well, tonight it was Ryan Rooms. I mean, he had 6 offensive rebounds by himself. You know what I mean? So that was huge. Otherwise, it was sprinkled across. It wasn't like it was, they were housing us at every position. I thought Ryan Rooms really set the tone and attacking the glass and really hurting us on the glass. And like I said, Darius did a great job this year being an anchor for us. But, our forwards really didn't rebound the ball that great tonight. Our guards got 4 and 3. We needed to out-scrap, and we didn't.
3-point defense has been an issue for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It showed, especially in the first half tonight.
Yeah.
What have you done to address that?
Well, we practice it every day, guys. I mean, we know. I mean, they hit 13 threes on the night, and then you look at the 3 that were hit late were really big. When we committed to defending with this pack line type of defense, that's the first thing that you have to understand. Now, we weren't good at it last year either, but we weren't good at anything defensively last year. We had to get back and start from the basket out, which we've done. We're defending teams at a pretty good rate, holding them to 41% from the field. Now you got to get better at understanding, and we work on it. We show film on it. It's showing appropriate help. I think sometimes we are over-helping too much, and then the lack of length at our guard spots to close out if you over-help too deep. And that's stuff that we work on, stuff we show film on. It's stuff that we got to get better on. We know we do, and it's stuff that we'll continue to work and get better on.
Given Ty's departure earlier this week, what did you make of the minutes that Nakai gave you and the limited time that J-Rock gave you?
Good. I thought they played well. I thought they played hard. I thought they competed. We put Nakai in there to really compete on the glass. I thought he did a good job of that.
What are you looking for them to continue to build on that going forward?
Just keep getting better. Just keep getting better. Keep getting more experience and keep competing. That's what we want is everybody just keep competing.
This is a team that at the end of January, people were talking about maybe the first 20-win season in a while. Now I think the goal is a winning season.
That's what the goal was all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I ever said anything about a 21 season. Of course, I wanted one and would have loved to have one. And again, guys, it's no one's running, no one's hiding. These guys are practicing every day. They're competing every day. When you lose a senior captain, things can change. And we were playing some fantastic basketball. We lost a senior captain. We've been grinding and grinding and grinding. And when you're in a league like this, there's no mercy, So you just got to keep grinding every day. You got to keep focusing on getting better, You come to work, you put a game plan together, the kids practice hard, we work hard. Now we got to go out and make plays and try to win games, and that's what we're focusing on. We're not done yet. You know, these kids keep fighting to keep working. We got one more league game at St. Joe's before the conference tournament starts, and now we've proven that we can play with everybody in this tournament. Everybody. You know, we've had leads, we've been close, we've lost close games. Now we got to go figure it out. What are the seedings? You know, after Saturday's games, the dust will clear. We'll figure out what the seedings are, and then you go after that next game.
You all have talked for the past few weeks here, about trying to kind of save things up and to make a run in the conference tournament with the 8 straight losses here. How difficult is that to still kind of hold on to that?
Well, you got to have mental toughness. I mean, obviously there's some frustration, and you know you don't want the kids to lose confidence, and that's my job to kind of keep instilling confidence. It's not like we're getting blown out that we don't belong. You know, we're a player 2, turnover 2, a rebound 2 away. Kids got to keep believing in that. We got to keep making plays. And if you knock it out and you win one game, your confidence comes all the way back in just one game, and no one even realized what happened with the other 8. So we just got to keep focusing on getting better.
Do all of those some losses, closes, some of them were due mental and emotion? Do they kind of add up at all? Do they kind of build up and and sort of sort of infect these guys' minds and kind of make it that much tougher?
Oh, I'm sure it does. I mean, I'm not a psychologist. I'm sure it does. You know, we're competitors. You know, what people don't realize is, as a coach, and as a player, I don't know if you guys ever coached or played, but when you lose a game, I die inside until the next game comes. You know, you don't eat, you don't sleep, and that's how these guys are. They're really competitive people. So once you get to that next game and they throw the ball up, all right, it's all gone. You focus, you're playing. But each loss, it's very difficult. That's what we are. We're competitive people. So, but it's my job and our coaching staff job is to keep these kids positive and so show them the positives and show them some of the mistakes that we can clean up so we can get it right the next time.
How'd the team respond to Tyson Powell's departure?
They were fine. They were 100% fine.
What do you tell your guys, I guess specifically Mike and Derek, after a loss like this?
Just keep plugging, man. I'm proud of them. I love them. I tell them that stuff. They're competitive guys, man. It hurts. It hurts. And they're trying really hard, and they're working really hard. And, you put your arms around them, you hug them. We'll break down tape tomorrow. We'll practice tomorrow, and we'll go back out on the court again.